Assalamu alaikum. This is Dr. Samina Qasim. Today in this video, I'm going to teach you how to run mediation analysis using Smart PLS4. I have a simple mediation model. Now let's look at this model. This is a mediation model where you see there is one independent variable, one dependent variable, and one mediating variable. Independent variable is psychological breach, dependent variable is job hopping behavior, and feeling of violation is mediating variable. Let's move on to the Smart PLS4. This is basically the windows of Smart PLS4. The first thing that you have to do is to create a new project. Click on New Project, give it a name, Mediation, Analysis, Create. This project is created. Now the next step is to import data file. You click on Import Data File. Then from your desktop, you have to click on this SPSS file, mediation file. Always remember when you want to import the data file in Smart PLS4, it only accepts in CSV type in Excel. Okay, so you have to first save that in your desktop, and then you have to import it from there. Okay, so click over here. This is CSV type. Click on import. Okay, so once you have import, go back, create a model here, right? Choose your choose a model type PLSM, model name mediation, analysis, click save. Okay, now this canvas is open for you. Now you have to draw or create a model on this. Okay, so we have this model in front of us. This is a model of mediation. We have psychological breach, job hopping behavior, feeling of violation, right? Now from this data file, we have to select the variables. We have first psychological breach. So we'll select, drop, drag and drop here. Name it PCB, enter. Okay, just move it over here. Next is feeling of violation. Select, drag, drop, feeling of violation. Click. Then next is job hopping behavior. Select, drag, and drop here. Job hopping behavior. Okay. Now, once you have done this, what you can do, again, click on the variable, right click, then you can click on align indicators to left. It will align indicators to left, okay? Now, you can move forward this thing and you can give instructions, align indicators to the top. It will do it like this, okay? Now, this is perfectly okay. Okay, now click on select button and now connect the variables. Connect independent to the dependent variable, independent to mediator, and from mediator to dependent variable. Okay, this is our model, our mediation model. So our mediation model is now created. Okay, the next step is you have to start calculation. So click on calculate button and click on bootstrapping. Okay, now you see my cursor. It's on confidence interval method just in confidence interval method, you have to choose biased corrected one. Okay, click over here. Rest of the settings are all default. You don't have to make any changes. Either I'm making changes. Now click on start calculation button. Okay. Then click on, once this calculation is done, click on under final results, path coefficients. Excuse me. Path coefficients. So you see here, this p value at this first row column shows the beta values, right? The p values denotes basically if the value is less than 0.05 or equals to 0.05, the relationship is significant. So we see all the direct relationships found to be significant. Okay. Now to check whether mediation exists or not, we'll click on specific indirect effects. Okay. You see? So you, after going to the specific indirect effect, you see basically this thing, the independent variable through mediating, which is speaking of violation on dependent variable. Let me show you. Basically, psychological breach through feeling of violation on dependent variable. This is an indirect effect. You see, if this relationship is significant, it means if the specific indirect effect is significant, it means mediation exists. You see, from the results, the p-value is significant. So it means our indirect effect is significant. And if the indirect effects are significant, so it means mediation exists. Okay. I hope this is clear to you. Now the question is, how do you get indirect effect? Now you go in my model, this model. You see, C is the direct effect, which is IV with DV. You see the relationship between psychological breach on dependent variable. This is a direct effect. When you're studying the relationship between IV and DV, this is the direct effect, right? Now, but if you will go through this feeling of violation, it will be indirect effect. This will be an indirect effect. So you have A and B. And if you multiply A and B, you'll get indirect effect. That is, if you take the coefficients of, the independent variable, which is psychological breach, with feeling of violation, and multiply by this, feeling of violation with job hopping behavior B, you will get an indirect effect. Now I'm going to show you this all. Now go to path coefficients. Let me show you direct effects. सबसे पहले you'll see the direct effects. Kindly note it down. The first direct effect is psychological breach and feeling of violation, A, right? Direct effect. The value is 0.887. This is the beta value. Okay, this is A. And the B is feeling of violation with GHB, job hopping behavior, right? It is 0.674. If you multiply both A with B, you'll get the value of 0.597. Okay, is it clear? Now you see the specific indirect effect. It is also like that, 0.597. It is 8, almost the same value, right? I hope this is clear to you now. Now, if A and B is 0, then it means that the mediator, which is feeling of violation, has not captured the variance. All the variance is through C. And if we'll not capture, if the mediator will not capture the variance, then it will be no mediation. So if you see p-value, the specific indirect effect, significant. It means it has captured the variance and its relationship exists through mediator, which is FOV, feeling of violation. Clear? Now, the next important thing is a total effect. There is also a total effect. Okay? So, when we don't have path A and B, you only have path C. You see in this model, when you don't have path A and B, you only have path C. So this is the total effect. Now, please don't get confused with this. Okay, sometimes I'm saying this is a total effect. Sometimes I'm saying it is a direct effect. Now, let me explain you this also. Total effect is basically the sum of direct effect and indirect effect. Okay, I'm also that indirect effect is A and B, and direct effect is C. So total effect is basically the sum of A and B and C. Okay, so I'll explain you with this calculation also. Now you see for the indirect effect, the value is, where is indirect? The value is 0.598. This is pretty clear to you all, right? Indirect effect. And if you add the direct effect आपको यहाँ से मिलेगी path coefficient से, which is minus 0.307. You get the total of, in this, then we'll get the same total, which is 0.291. If you add 0.598 with minus 0.307, you'll get 0.298. Okay, and you see the total effect is also 0.298. This relationship, PCB with JHB. That means the C. We normally say C prime in total effect. Okay. So in mediation, we check the indirect effect. And if it is significant, then mediation exists. And if it is insignificant, then no mediation. So in our case, mediation is significant. I hope this is clear to you all. Thank you for watching the video.